Today, I want to talk about the link that I see between some of the most common fundamental challenges that people come to me with for coaching support. If you are someone who struggles with any of these things, then hopefully this video will help you. Overthinking everything, getting stuck in analysis paralysis, strategizing all the time, getting stuck in your head with looping negative thoughts or worries, feeling anxious, anxiety, worrying about the future, beating yourself up for past mistakes, feeling stuck, feeling indecisive, feeling like you have so many interests or ideas. How do you choose one? How do you know what the next step you should take is in life? Just anything oriented around too many thoughts. So, if you really slow down here and examine the common thread with all of this, the problem is that there's this feeling of scarcity, a feeling of pressure, a feeling of kind of a need to hurry up, a need to predict what's going to happen, a need to do better, to kind of push yourself, to improve, to not make that mistake again, to stop messing up, right? That there's kind of this flavor of beating yourself up or kind of using fear to motivate yourself. Like, I don't want to mess up in this way again, or I think if only I can fix this, I'll be happier in the future, or if only I can predict this better next time, I won't make the same mistake again, or if only I could figure out some methodology for picking the best idea or making the decision better, then I'll be free, right? So there's a common flavor to all of these things. And, there's not one easy solution that's going to fix all of this, right? But I do think that there's a common first step. And it begins with noticing how all of this is oriented around the future, the past, the what if, and all of this is happening in the thinking mind, right? There's kind of this churning happening of just thought, worry, 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 concern, concern, concern. And so what's the opposite of that? What's the opposite of this fast-paced, fear-based, worry-based, jumping around, strategizing, overthinking, right? The opposite of that is slowing down, being kinder and gentler to yourself, and focusing on the present moment, on right here, right now. Because the fundamental truth is that you cannot know what the future holds. No matter how much you prepare, no matter how much you analyze your past mistakes and think, if only I can figure it out, if only I can come up with the right methodology or the right understanding of what went wrong, then I can stop making that mistake again. Then next time will be different. And of course there's some truth to that, right? Of course it's valuable to understand what went wrong and to try to do differently next time. But my guess is that if you're anything like me or most of my clients, you spend so much time in your head, you spend so much time automatically strategizing and analyzing that you're not going to stop doing that. You don't have to worry that if you focus more on the present moment and if you're gentler to yourself, that you're going to forget to strategize, you're going to forget to analyze, you're going to forget to plan for the future, right? There's no way that you're going to fundamentally change your personality to be 100% focused on just going with the flow of every moment, right? Sometimes I hear clients have that concern of like, well, sure, mindfulness sounds nice. Being gentle to yourself, kind to yourself sounds nice. Focusing on the present moment sounds nice, but I have goals I want to achieve, right? I want to grow. I want to improve myself. I can't just be focused on the present moment. I have to be moving towards something. Sure, yes. But how likely do you think this concern is to play out in the way that you fear? Right? Do you actually believe it's likely that if you reorient your focus to be more on the present moment, that you're just going to stop working on personal growth? You're going to stop improving. You're going to stop orienting around how can I notice what I did wrong and do better next time, right? You're definitely going to keep doing that. So you don't have to worry. I'm suggesting that the path to reduce your suffering here and to improve to be able to show up in a more calm, grounded, resilient way is to simply rebalance a little, to get a little less focused on the future or on analyzing the past and a little more focused on the present moment. And it's not to say that you are in this kind of trance state of just constantly being only in the present moment and having no thoughts about the past or future, right? I mean, first of all, that's impossible, except perhaps with, some substances, psychedelics or whatever can help you get very present. But for the most part, in everyday consciousness, even if you are an expert meditator, even if you've been meditating for many years, don't worry, you are still going to have those thoughts about the past and the future. Those are not going to completely disappear. So my invitation here is that the core first step solution to all these problems around overanalyzing, over-strategizing, anxiety, nihilism, all this stuff, the core first step solution is to come back to the present moment. Because all of these worries about what's going to happen in the future, am I going to achieve this? Am I going to improve this? All of that is only in your head. It's only thoughts about something that might or might not actually happen. So the opposite of that is the present moment. That's the thing that is actually happening right here, right now. And the gateway into that is not the thoughts. Those are about the past or the future. The gateway into the present moment is the body, the sensory experience, right? If you're focusing on, oh, what's that sound right now? Oh, that's the air conditioning running. Oh, there's a car going by. Oh, there's a bird singing. Oh, I can see this right now. Oh, there's some color. There's a texture. There are some lines. There's a shape. Oh, here's a sensation of my fingers rubbing together. Oh, I can feel a breeze on my cheek. I can feel the sensation of my butt pressed into the chair, right? All of those things, your five senses are reporting on the present moment. And if you really examine that, that's what the core of Buddhism and mindfulness and meditation practice, all of this is oriented around training you to be in the present moment more. Because the truth is that in the present moment, there's always much more of a sense of okayness. I'm okay. Everything is okay right now. Even if there's pain, even if there's discomfort in the body, I guarantee that most of that discomfort is about the past or the future. It's about worrying, oh no, what if this pain never goes away? What if it gets worse? What if in a few minutes it's still there? Right? That's always going to be worse than what's the pain like right now? Let me check. What is it really like? Using curiosity, not just the thinking mind, right? Not just analyzing it. Not just imagining, well, pain is bad. What do I know about pain? Oh gosh, maybe it's an indication that there's some like disease in here or some, disorder or something bad is happening, right? And you're analyzing it versus just checking the sensation. What is it actually like? Oh, there's kind of a sense of like pressure. Maybe there's a little heat there, like a little stretching feeling. Okay. That is going to be less bad than all the thinking about it, all the worrying about it, right? Even pain. So the fundamental solution, again, the fundamental first step in all of this is coming back to the present moment. And so I think one of the easiest things you can do is focus on sensation. Just focus on rubbing your fingers together, closing your eyes, and just examining, what is this feeling right now? What does it feel like to rub my fingers together? And noticing your mind is going to come up with all these ideas, and just gently come back to the sensation. What is the texture here? What is the temperature here? Or what is the feeling of weight of my body pressed into the seat? Or your visual, right? Not a story about, oh, I wonder where this pen came from. Do I like this pen? Do I not like this pen? Where did I get this pen? What am I going to do with this pen? Is it out of ink, right? You're not wondering all that stuff. You're just looking at it. Oh, it's black. Oh, it's a cylinder shape. Oh, I can touch it. It's kind of like this smooth feeling. So you're just being with it in your visual field rather than analyzing it in your thinking mind. So you can just pick anything and just look at it. What is the shape? What is the color? And notice if your mind is analyzing, and come back to the present moment experience. What is this thing right now? And I didn't invent all these ideas. These ideas are at the core of pretty much all the Eastern spiritual systems, right? Buddhism, Hinduism, Taoism. They're all about come back to present moment. What can I actually observe, experience, be aware of right now? And that is always going to be, I think a more reliable, deeper source of truth than anything you can read in a book or listen to on a podcast or hear from someone else, right? Instead, it's about examining your subjective sense of truth. What is happening right now? What is it actually like to feel this right now? What is it actually like to be me right now? So whenever you're feeling your thoughts racing, whenever you're worrying about something stupid you said in the past, whenever you're anticipating what's going to happen in the future, whenever you're being mean to yourself, like you better achieve this goal, you're hanging on so tightly, that's bound to cause you suffering because you don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. If you hang on so tightly to, I have to achieve this goal, I have to reach this certain specific number, whatever that is, your number for at work, some kind of KPI or some kind of dollar amount that I have to be making, right? Who knows what tomorrow brings? You might achieve that, you might not. What you can do is right now, how do I feel? What do I want right now? Orient toward that. And you can kind of point yourself in a direction to move. And then you can move toward that goal. You can make progress toward that goal. But you can't cling too tightly to the future thing. You can just focus on what can I do right now in pursuit of this thing that I'm hoping to achieve in the future. And I might get it, I might not. But the key is to not be focused too much on that future outcome. You can set yourself up toward that, but then come back to the present moment. Right? And that's also the solution to figuring out what you want. If you have lots of different ideas, lots of different directions you could go, the first step toward figuring it out, choosing between those, is not just the thinking mind. I guarantee you've already done a lot of thinking about it, right? So the key is to bring in the feelings, the present moment awareness, slowing down, being gentle. It's okay that I haven't figured it out yet. Let me just breathe. Let me focus on the fingers. Let me focus on the butt on the seat. Slow down and feel into, where do I feel drawn? What do I feel like I need right now? And again, that's not going to permanently fix everything, right? There's a lot of other work to be done around designing useful systems and habits. And, certainly you can use your thinking mind as well to help you figure out your decisions and all that. But I'm saying that the first step toward all these things, slowing down, being gentle and kind to yourself, and trying to be in the present moment through your sensory experience. All right? So I encourage you to practice this. Meditation is kind of the more powerful way of training this. And I'll give you a link to my free guided meditation series if you want to go that route. But otherwise, general mindfulness is just the practice of slowing down, noticing what's happening right here, right now. What are the sounds? What are the sights? What are the tastes, the smells, the somatic sensations? All of that is what's happening right here, right now. So I invite you to practice that as often as you can. Let me know how it goes in the comments, and I hope you have a nourishing day.